In this video, I'm revealing the secret of what women truly want, from dumb online beliefs to things that will transform your dating success. I'm Andrew, and I'm going to be ranking these based on my years of experience as a dating coach, real-life studies, and my own personal experiences. Some of these, I believe, you will never have seen coming. So, let's get into this, because I know they will surprise you. Boom. First one. Women just want a rich guy to take them out on expensive dates. Well, immediately I can tell you I've worked with some millionaires and they could not get dates. So this cannot be completely true. What I do think is that it can give you access to women. Certainly if you have a ton of money, you can go to parties, venues, events that have a bunch of women there. But I think you really struggle if you want to put all of your emphasis on this. What I truly think is happening is the traits that predict being poor are really unattractive. Laziness, lack of ambition, and submissiveness. All of this predicts being poor and they're also unattractive. But you don't need to be rich, buying bottles in the club to be able to get good dates with women. Like, I've dated really successful women, really attractive women, whilst being broke. It's more about who you are than your current position. Women are really good at taking a bet on a guy if they feel like he has potential. So if you're postponing dating because you're not rich and famous yet, no, sack that off, right? We're slamming this straight into D tier. Next. Well, women really want, an attractive guy. Okay, this one is a little bit more nuanced because I'm not going to come here and lie to you and be like, oh no, looks mean nothing. Because they don't mean nothing. They're an indicator of who you are, how you look after yourself, how you sort of express yourself in the world through how you present, how you dress, how you accessorize. These are all genuinely key factors. What I like to say is your appearance will get you the interview. It won't get you the job, but women will talk to you. If you dress like attractively, you present yourself well, they're quite interested, and women like that. They will like the fact that you've put effort into it. But it still doesn't seal the deal. Very few women have got into a relationship with a guy just because he's hot. Like, they will spend some time with him, they'll enjoy being in his company, but they won't get into a relationship with him. For that reason, women, do they really just want an attractive guy? Not quite. I think I'm going to put it in B. It opens doors for you. It's like, if you go up on an approach on the street, it certainly helps being attractive. But any guy can be attractive. It's purely down to how you present. Check out the other videos on my channel for how to do that. Now, let's get into what I consider to be a biggie, and that is your ability to be emotionally balanced and mature. So, think about this. If you are the sort of guy that goes on one date with a girl, texts her, and then she doesn't respond for like 3-4 hours, and then you lose your mind, you're texting her, you're calling her, oh my God, where's she gone? That inability to stay emotionally stable is super unattractive. I think it might be the most unattractive thing. It's pure neediness. It's your inability to just keep yourself controlled and see yourself as enough, see yourself as someone that can handle his emotions and express them properly. For women in the modern day, this ranks so high. Genuinely, from my experiences of connecting with women in deep emotional ways, that outweighs so much. A guy that whatever can take her on the fancy date, or the guy that whatever has got the nice jaw, still fucking loses to the guy that can help her emotionally connect. Like, this is why women cheat. This is why they cheat on the rich dude with this guy that comes along. He's like the fucking yoga instructor, but he knows how to connect with her. He knows how to speak to women on an emotional plane. Like, if you cannot do that, if you're like desperate for other people's approval, you treat yourself badly, all of these things, you're not going to connect with women. And because of that, you're not going to be what they want. So for me, emotional stability and a lack of neediness, we're slamming it straight into S tier. And I can see a bunch of you guys are probably going to try and protest that. But I guarantee you, this sort of thing is almost incredible how much power you can have in a relationship dynamic if you present yourself as an emotionally stable guy that doesn't get rocked. So, game changer, absolute game changer. Next, women want an intelligent guy. Once again, Kind of. Kind of. It helps. Women typically want a guy who is as smart as them or smarter. But in a lot of instances, the guys that become really intelligent, the ones that often come to me, they've over-indexed on their intelligence and really lack on that kind of emotional stability and emotional ability to connect. So in essence, if all you are is intelligent, women aren't really that attracted to it. They definitely like guys who are intelligent, but it's not the be all end all. It's like, it's a nice bonus. Like, it's nice that you're smart. You should like it if you're kind of competent, but no need to be some absolute mega genius. Women are sort of, as I say, they want you to be kind of smarter than them, but not, not some Sheldon Cooper mega genius, because oftentimes then it detracts from your social skills and ability to connect. So C. I think intelligence is sort of all right. Next. Women want a guy who is good in bed. And genuinely, this is what came up as #1 in the studies of what women wanted. And for any of you out there that are surprised by this, and yeah, genuinely a little bit confused, well, I thought it through for you. And before you get all up in your head of like, oh my God, I need to be ultimate in bed, the best performance of her life, I want to tell you what's really happening here. When we have sex with a woman, when we're getting that kind of personal relationship, we're so vulnerable. You're so exposed. Think about it. You're literally naked. You're infinitely exposed. So what happens is, it's a really good example and just demonstration of who you are. Are you a guy who, in the right context, can be assertive? Are you a guy that's emotionally balanced, that thinks he's enough? Or are you someone that puts a ton of pressure on yourself? Because if you fail to perform, finish early, these are indicators of an inner psychological flaw almost of, I don't feel good about myself, so I can't perform. That is something that I genuinely experienced in like my earlier years of dating. And it was because I didn't feel good about myself and it came out in the bedroom. So I think it's something women do genuinely use as a good marker of who you are. And it's something they want. They want a guy, as I say, who is emotionally secure. And this is the ultimate litmus test for it, I would say. So for you, are you someone that is putting her on a pedestal and only caring about her and only performing for her? Are you pressurizing yourself? Do you have the ability to be assertive in the right kind of way? All of these things come up. So if you do have the ability to be vulnerable, you're not completely full of nervous energy, then you'll probably do well with this. So for that reason, it's going in A tier. Next. Okay. This is, don't look at me. This is, do you have the ability to show your intentions, or are you hiding your intentions? This is a shout out for all of the guys who are stuck in a friend zone, who are kind of claiming that, oh, we're just, friends, but I'm secretly in love with her. Or the guys that are terrified to walk up to a girl and say, hey, I thought you looked really cute. This is really damaging because women desire this almost more than anything else. Women want to feel desired. Like, I cannot communicate how strongly enough how this is one of the core things that they crave and need, that sensation of feeling desired. Like, I have this whole bro science theory of why exactly that is, but it makes them feel safe. Because if you think back to almost like tribal times, that if you had a partner back then, and every week, frickin' him and Dylan go off on a raiding party of another village, come back with a bunch of other 19-year-old girls, and she's like, oh no, there's all these new girls, why won't you just go off with them? What's keeping him with me? Oh, he loves me, he truly desires me, he truly wants me. Women feel safe and connected to a guy that desires them. Genuinely, it's why like all hard romance novels have this idea of a guy that has this intense desire for this girl. So if you're someone that doesn't want to show that, thinks he wants to act either too cool of just like, no, it's just like whatever, I play hard to get, or the other side of that, which is, oh no, I can't ever tell a girl how I feel. No, what if she thinks this and me? Both of these ends of the spectrum are super unattractive and not what women want. So for that reason, E tier. E tier, hiding your intentions, slamming it straight into there. Okay, next. shout out to all the guys that think they just want to be normal, unconventional, and not, not anything special, because perhaps they were bullied when they were younger for standing out, and now they feel like, oh, if I stand out, no, women just want me to be like normal, cookie cutter guy. Well, as you can see from the studies, this actually came, maybe I'll pop it back. This actually came bottom. This is one of the worst things that women wanted, was a guy who was conventional, just normal. And I think I see that a lot. These guys that just have the most bog standard hobbies. I watch football, I go to the gym. Women don't find that interesting. They don't find it engaging. They want like an edge to hold on to with you. So like something they can cling on to that makes you unique and interesting. Because think about it, for women, they're not often at like a lack of interest and opportunities. They have opportunities, they come all around. So if you're a guy that's just normal, well, you don't really stand out from every other fucking Jack and Tom that's in the queue. However, if you do have like your quirky hobbies, your quirky interests, maybe you show your funky music taste. Like even if she doesn't like it, she'll probably respect the fact that you are a bit unconventional. Because do you know what that signals? It signals the fact that you have a level of self-esteem and self-respect, because you're willing to stand up for your uniqueness and not just be submissive to what everyone else wants. And that's the challenge with guys that were similar to me, bullied growing up, struggled growing up. There's almost this pressure you feel like to not stand out, not be that person that has the quirky interest or the quirky hobby or the quirky dress style, because, well, we're conditioned some douchey bully's going to come along and take the piss out of us. So for that reason, they become normal. But what do we know? Normal, conventional, unattractive. So for that reason, we're dropping this into D tier. Finally, this one is kind of complicated. So women want a kind guy. So not nice, but kind. And there's a separation between the two. Nice is just, I'll self-sacrifice and put you on a pedestal and do all of these things. And like, no, that's not what we're talking about here. A kind guy. But even then, here's the interesting thing that you probably haven't considered. The reason why I would say kindness, there's a bunch of guys out there, they're kind, whatever, doesn't get valued very heavily early on, is because it's really easy to counterfeit. If me and you walk down the street and Margot Robbie drops her bag, you're going to be running over to pick it up, aren't you? Because why? Well, I'm desperate to do something for her, because maybe then she'll like me more, and if she likes me more, then maybe she'll go on a date with me and all these things. So for attractive women, they have guys doing things for them that are perceived to be quite kind all of the time. All of the time. They genuinely want a kind guy, but it's just so easy to counterfeit in the beginning that it becomes kind of a worthless metric at the start. Try 4 months into dating her when you've slept together a bunch of times and she's actually kind of annoying and the way she texts you is kind of pestery, and then let's see if you're kind, because that's what they want. They want the guy who's kind then, but she has to test for that early. And this is why women talk about, oh, well, how does he treat the waiters? How does he treat the people that he doesn't want or need something off? So this is why being kind gets a bad rep, because in the beginning, it's not that helpful, because women don't take into account how kind you are to them that much at the start, like a bit. But it's just so easy to counterfeit. Every fucking sociopath will be really kind to a woman in the beginning, and so will every other guy, because they all want something from her. So kindness, women truly want it. They need it because if you're not a kind person, you're not generous, they fear that you're not going to be a good father to children. Like you won't share your resources, so red flags for them. Problem is, they don't really weight it very highly in the beginning. So we're going to put it in B, and that's just vanished. So there we go. Kindness. Here we go. These are the things that women truly want. Honestly, the ability to emotionally connect, unparalleled in your ability to like get dates, meet women that you truly want. And now, if you want to know the advice from women you should absolutely avoid, because they definitely give some trashy advice, check out this tier list where I run you through all of the pieces of advice women give that is actually not useful and will keep you single.